Hello everybody, it's the Nitty Professor here. I wanted to do a review of my Spinolution spinning wheel and also provide you with some insights into my plying process. So this was the first spinning wheel that I bought, and it has become my plying wheel. One of the reasons for that is that the bobbins are quite large. So I've just gotten started here. This is the New Zealand wool that was a raw wool. I washed it and carded it and have spun up 3 equal weighted bobbins full, and now I'm plying it into a finished yarn using this wheel. So to start off with the Spinolution, this is the Echo, and just to give you some pictures, there are the pedals down there and the mechanism, the drive wheel. Here we have the bobbin. The orifice is a hook, which is kind of cool, fairly easy to work with. I do find on my Lendrum where it has the, let's go over here, it's right over here, the peg to wind the yarn around as you're spinning it. It's a little bit easier to start and stop. Of course, this has just the plain old orifice on that, which I kind of prefer, but you know, the hook has its uses. Now, I did purchase an extra orifice. This is kind of big. Certainly will work for really bulky yarn, which would be fun. I haven't tried that yet, although I did spin this alpaca. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it. It was when I was still trying to figure out how to get the tension right. At this point, I might just roll it up into a ball, but I might try to ply it with something. There go the dogs. But in any case, the bobbins on this are big. Now, I understand there are different options for bobbins, and I haven't taken advantage of that yet. The whirls, this golden whirl is referred to in the literature in these really exciting terms of this beautiful golden whirl and this kind of thing. So one of the limitations of this wheel is that this is it. So, you know, you've got basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whirls that you can use, whereas the Lendrum wheel comes with its a different kind of tension. So, for example, over here, I'm using the smaller set of whirls, and there's a whole different flyer assembly with larger whirls. So ultimately, you end up with more options, which I kind of like. But, you know, for most spinning jobs, this is going to be adequate. And here's the braking mechanism. To be honest, I'm not totally sold on this braking mechanism. You just turn it back and forth. I'm not going to mess with it now because it's right where I need it. And basically that wood plug just sort of presses down on a mechanism inside there. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but that is what kind of, you know, serves as the brake and the tensioner in the wheel. So works well enough. I kind of prefer the tension setup in the Lendrum, which I reviewed for you before, where you basically have this cotton band and you adjust it with this peg over here to the tightness on the bobbin. That works, can do very fine adjustments. But as I said, I've got this working for me pretty well. I was reading the literature about the Spinolution. It weighs 14 pounds and it has a handle, which is kind of nice. You can also obviously, you know, disassemble the wheel, but it's not necessary because, you know, unless you're disabled or something, why you can carry this wheel without a whole lot of problem. So that's really nice. The treadles, I wouldn't mind it if the treadles were bigger. I often am spinning in my boots because I don't take them on and off. I put them on and then they're on. And so I find the treadles a little small. Again, just for comparison with the Lendrum, the treadles are obviously foot-sized, and I do personally prefer that, but some people like the treadles here. Now, the action of this wheel is really smooth. I have seen people go barefoot with this wheel, and they're basically treading with their toes. I'm not sure I could do that because I don't want to make the arthritis in the balls of my feet any worse than it already is, so I just use it. I just put my boots on, and it works much better. As far as moving, shifting the yarn along the flyer wheel, we have pegs here. And again, they work well enough. You have to sort of, move the yarn back and forth, it could be a little laborious. And again, just for comparison on the Lendrum here, we have this sliding piece, which personally, I like it. It's just a little bit less trouble, a little bit easier just to, pinch this and move it back and forth versus, you have to move the yarn from one side of the flyer over to the other when you're moving it, to try to space it out evenly along the bobbin as I'm attempting to do here. So I thought I would kind of just give you a little hint at my process here. So I have a couple of Lazy Kates. I have this one from Ashford, which I really like. It uses a fishing line that is quite sturdy. You can probably kind of barely make out that plastic fishing line there. The other one that I have is, well, I'm hard pressed to remember what this is from. It uses cotton thread, which is fine. I mean, you can tell I've already gotten a lot of use out of it, but I need to replace that. So, it works all right. Matter of fact, honestly, I think it came with the Lendrum. The wood matches. This is quite possible that it came with the Lendrum. I think the pegs match. So yeah, that solves that mystery. I'm good at solving mysteries while I'm making these videos. But I think this Ashford one, which I bought separately, it's going to hold up better. You can see the logo down here. And I'm really glad that I bought it. And I'm really glad that I have two. This also has kind of a nice little handle to it. So these bobbins are from my Lendrum. I spun all of them up on the Lendrum. And this is tensioned, so they call this a tensioned Lazy Kate. So I have the fishing line going around the bottoms of the bobbins, and I can adjust the tension with this knob. So I really like that. When I first started out trying to ply yarn, I used the proverbial shoebox, which was okay, but you can't tension the thread when you're doing that. So in any case, I might do a short video after I'm done getting this yarn plied and washed up to see how it turns out. I'm excited because honestly, I'm actually pretty happy with how it looks so far. So it's a little bit difficult to tell a whole lot here, but once it's turned into a hank, then I think we'll really see the outcome. And kind of makes me excited to know that I can start with raw wool and turn it into yarn. So there you have it, the Spinolution Echo. I think it's a good wheel. It's pretty versatile. The price is more modest than some of the wheels. The construction is extremely sturdy. The companies, they're still plugging away. You can get parts really easily. There are a lot of dealers around the country. So I recommend it. And, if you want to know any more based on my limited experience with this spinning wheel, feel free to chime in with some comments. And I'll check in later. Take care. Bye.